welcome back to my channel. My name is Misty, and this of course is Speculative Magpie, and we are here to do my last book review for the month of February. And I ended up finishing WormWood by Chad Lutzke and Tim Meyer at work today. This was one of the books that I got from WormWood. This cool thing about this book is it's autographed, so that's pretty awesome. Tim Meyer wrote in like an orange pen, so it's kind of hard to see. There, you can kind of see it there. But as always, let's basically read the synopsis and come back and talk about it. It's kind of late, so you're getting me kind of dressed down, but sorry about that. So, the synopsis of the book. For some kids, Long Lake, Georgia is home. But for 14-year-old Baker Gray, it's just another stop, another town in another state. Because of his mother's nomadic lifestyle, he's never had a best friend, never kissed a girl, and he's certainly never met anyone like Cassandra Larson, the enigmatic older girl whose idea of fun blurs the line between right and wrong. Being hopelessly led by emotions he's never felt, Baker finds himself plodding along dark paths paved by the girl he thinks he may love, a road to self-destruction where vigilante justice is encouraged and bloodshed is an art form. Okay, so now this book, I did some research on it. It's gotten some great reviews. A lot of people really loved and enjoyed this book. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars, which was not the norm. Now, I don't consider a 3-star review a bad review. I consider that I enjoyed the book. I finished it. It was all right, but it's definitely not something that I'd probably, remember or anything like that. I've heard that these guys, while being indie authors, write really well, so I'm definitely going to check out some more of these books. The reason why I only gave this like a 3-star review is the plot. It's not different. They didn't really bring anything different to this plot. Basically, hot older girl uses her feminine wiles to like pull these 2 young kids into, doing bad things with her because she's hot. I kind of I don't know if this was a good month for me to read this book because I've read that kind of plot like 3 times this month. And to be quite honest, it was better in Merciless and it was better in Our Care and Hearts. I mean, is crazy girls making guys do stuff. I mean, I fully believe in the phrase, don't stick your dick in crazy. But, sometimes people like a little crazy. And there's, I guess, nothing wrong with that as long as it doesn't lead you to do murder and torture people, which apparently in these books it did. Now the main character, Baker Gray, sweet boy. He's about 14. New kid. I mean, I'm what they call a third culture kid. Is like, I spent my whole life traveling. I didn't settle down until I was halfway through high school. It's just the way my parents were. I grew up overseas. I grew up in Europe. I grew up all over the United States. I'm used to being a new kid. So I got where he was coming from, where when this kid Seb latches onto him and they become friends, that Seb becomes his ride or die, you know, is like they're buds. And then this hot chick decides that she wants to hang out with him. And at 14, when this 16-year-old girl decides, you know, that, you know, she'd rather hang out with you than your sister, then, you know, that's awesome. And through the book, Baker knows what Cassandra's doing is wrong, but because he's never had a friend group before, he doesn't want to stop. And you can just see the manipulation that Cassandra has, where she plays them off of each other. It's littered throughout the book. That's something that they do fantastically. And I think they do a really good job of, when it comes up, you can see the vulnerability leaking through Cassandra, because she's just 16 too, and she's had a shitty, crappy life, and some shitty, crappy stuff has been done to her. So, I mean, she's just trying to fight back for some control, but she goes off the rails. And the torture in here is really nothing different or spectacular or anything like that, as far as I'm concerned. I've read this stuff before. And then the climax was all right. I mean, when you find out more about Cassandra, and then everything just keeps building and building and building, which is what I think they did really good. There's a countdown in this book that really leads to you, to the edge of your seat. I kept reading it. This was, oops, I lost my light. I kept reading it because it was so well written, and the action just kept going. But nothing really in here stands out to me as far as just bringing something new. Now, I know that's kind of weird for me to say, because I like reading haunted house dramas and stories, and it's really hard for somebody to bring something new to a haunted house. But with Merciless and Our Karen Hearts, the torture in there just seemed more creative. The brutality just seemed more than what was in this book. Yeah, I just don't think maybe this was the month for me to read this, because this book just really wasn't a standout for me. Although it was good and I did enjoy it, it's a 3 out of 5 stars. It's a average read, average plot. I think Quentin Tarantino probably would have had a little bit more creative torture than what's in here. I mean, it was just all right. So, yeah, WormWood. If you're looking for like coming of age, people just accidentally in situations that just get worse and get out of their control, and it's just, that's what it is. It's all right. There's nothing special in this book as far as I'm concerned. It's a solid read. It's a good read, but for all in all, for me, WormWood's going to be a forgettable book. It's not going to be one I keep or put on my shelves. So, I mean, that's a pretty sucky way to end the month, but I've read some good stuff. Our Karen Hearts, Ghost Walk, the manga I read. So, yeah, that's my review for WormWood. And I plan to come back with some, maybe a March TBR. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. I kind of enjoyed not having, a readathon or anything to do. So I just might, read whatever I have laying around. I'll talk to you guys later, and thank you for coming back for the review so we can talk about some books and things. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.